Hey everybody, it's Christina of CraftyPaws. I'm here to share with you guys a review of a alcohol marker set from the company Artify. The company Artify reached out to me and asked me to try out their markers and do an honest review. And as you guys know, my reviews are always brutally honest. So get set, get ready. First of all, the marker set that they sent me is of 108 different colors that includes a 0 blending marker. I saw on Amazon that they have some other sets as well, and I think that there's some duplication in colors, but this is their largest set, and you won't believe the price. That is the biggest kicker of all. The Amazon price for this 108 marker set is only $42.49, free shipping and free returns. I mean, that is pretty incredible. I think that comes out to something like 39 cents a marker, which is crazy inexpensive. I mean, what a budget, deal this is. The markers come in this really great plastic case. It's got little latches up here. It's got a little handle. The handle is actually removable if you don't want to keep the handles on. Let me see here. So you can see it's one of those sliding side connectors. So, I have no problem keeping this handle on, but if you wanted to take it off, you easily could. I believe also there is a set on Amazon that comes in a fabric case, but the one that they sent me was in this hard plastic case, and I love it. No need to go buy separately a marker holder for this set. Each of these kind of color families, first of all, this was not organized this way when I received the set, but it was easy to organize it once I did, following the swatch sheet that they included. So each row has 9 colors, and each of these sections, these segmented areas, has room for 9 markers. So the first row is here, the second row is here, the third row is here, the fourth row is here, and so on and so forth for the entire color sheet. And they organized it pretty well on the swatch sheet by color. So you go from yellows to oranges to reds to purples, pinks, blues, greens, and then they go here to green grays, warm grays, and then cool grays. And I think this set is kind of amazing for how many colors it includes and how well the colors actually are organized and blend together. And once I colored up the swatch sheet and organized all the markers in the case, I thought this is a great way to be able to really grab any color that I want without any issues or hunting around like I have to do for my Copic markers. So let me go through and compare these markers to a Copic marker. So it's a triangular rounded shape. Hard plastic, matte plastic. This one's a little bit more of a shiny plastic, and the Copics are kind of an oblong shape. So I'm going to just show you the same marking. The gray little stripe here shows that that's the brush side, and this is the brush side of the Copic. So I can't really sense the difference between the two brush nibs, but you can see a slight difference. This is a little more rounded. I think this is slightly better quality. It seems to control how much ink comes out a little bit better. But I'll have to test it out more to see. I'm going to follow up this video, this review video, with an actual usage video. So that's the chisel side, and this is the chisel side of the Artify marker. And you'll see that the chisel nibs, which I never use, so this is not an issue for me, but sometimes they're not placed in a way to make use easy, because look, it's a triangular shape. So you're putting your index finger, your thumb, and then your third finger underneath to mark it, and that positions the chisel in such a way that it's hard to color. It's not a natural. So I would probably, if I use the chisel side, have to pull this out and reposition it so that it is more like how the Copic marker is. All the Copic markers fit one way, or they're positioned that way to get from the get-go. And these Artify markers are not. But like I said, that's not an issue for me because I never use the chisel side. And I think this brush side is really quite good. You know, time will tell in terms of how well it lasts, but I love that it's not round, so it's not going to roll off my desk. I love that the caps snap on really safely and securely. I can hear the snap, so I know it's really closed. I like how the colors are noted on the caps of both sides. I will note that there is no labeling on the marker itself. So if you're one of those people that uses both sides of the marker and takes the lids off, and you have a bunch of markers that you're using, you're going to have a hard time finding the right caps to the right markers because there's no labeling on the marker itself, unlike the Copics. For me, it's not that much of an issue because this side of the marker will probably never come off, the chisel side. But if you do use both sides, just be aware. Or if, you know, you might want to label the marker itself somehow, either with a Sharpie or something like that. But, you know, other than that one minor difference and kind of the quality of the brush nib side, so far, I think this is a pretty amazing value for money. And the colors are really rich and saturated. I saw on Amazon where these markers are sold that they also have a skin tone set, which is a set of, I think, like 24 markers, and that's selling currently for about, or $14. And that comes out to 58 cents a marker. The skin tone set looks like they have a fine tip brush nib instead of the bullet that both the Copic and these set from the 108 set comes with a brush bullet nib. You know, this set of 108 actually has a lot of tones that you can use for skin coloring. I haven't played with it enough to do the full range, but I mean, this is pretty amazing. I'm really, really impressed by, you know, how great the markers feels in the hand, the case, the incredibly low price. It comes with this swatch sheet, and I would recommend for those of you guys who do a lot of coloring, if you want a precise look of these markers, use, you know, photocopy this sheet onto your cardstock that you use. I use Georgia Pacific, and the colors are not quite the same as this swatch sheet that was included with the marker set. So, you know, if you want a true representation of the colors, do photocopy this and then do the swatch on the actual paper that you normally use. I think other than the kind of odd placement of the chisel side of the marker, so that it's not easy to use depending on how the chisel piece is positioned, but that's an easy fix if you use that side. And maybe the brush nib feels more like fiber rather than like the foam of the Copic markers. I mean, net, I think these are a winner. If you want to go traveling and you don't want to take your expensive Copic markers, or even if you just want a second set for kids or people visiting, I think this is an amazing set, a real great bargain. I'm going to put a link in the description box below to the sets on Amazon. They're going to be affiliate links, so if you do make a purchase using the links, I may get a small commission at no cost to you. I'm going to do a follow-up video actually trying out these markers with some coloring to make a card in my next video, so please stay tuned. But overall, I think these are a great value for money, a great set to get for kids or even adults who are starting out coloring and don't want to make the big investment that Copic markers cost. I think currently Copic markers are like $7, $8. If you get them on sale, they could be like $6. So glad I got a bunch of mine on eBay used, and then my niece got some for me in Japan for a lesser price. But I don't know that if I were to start over that I would splurge on the Copics. I think I might actually even start with the Artify. At this point, because I have the Copic markers, I don't know that, but for the fact that they sent this to me, I wouldn't go out and buy these separately unless I was going to take a long trip or something like that and wanted a really convenient case to be able to take with me. That's it. I think these are a winner. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Check out Artify on Amazon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.